All right, hello everyone. Welcome to Nexus Gaming Series. I'm your host D Smiley, bringing you this C West matchup between Cosmos and Team Training Wheels. Two teams with high expectations heading into the season. They've been passed up by amateur opponents and better than bots. Um, Currently, I have them at 4-5. That is Cosmos at 4, Team Training Wheels at 5. In the power rankings this week. Taking one quick look at the standings here. And you can see right now they're both sitting at 7th and 9th. They're tied at 7th at 6 points. Oh, actually, no, excuse me. Cosmos has 5. They've only played 4 matches each. So definitely a lot of chance to move up. By contrast, at the top of the standing, amateur opponents has played 8. Better than bots has played 6. So still a lot of chance to climb. I can very much see them getting up. Either of these teams getting up into the 3-4 area. I think better than bots or amateur opponents ultimately is going to take it. Taking a look at the map stuff. So we started out with an Alterac, or we started out Team Training Wheels banned out Braxis. Then we got Alterac and Battlefield, and I jokingly said, hey, let's just go alphabetically. Let's take out Cursed, to which Cosmos was like, yeah, sure, let's take that out. So, lol on me, I guess. Regardless, we do have Tomb of the Spider Queen as our first map. Cosmos won the coin toss and chose to take first draft pick, which is what you're seeing right now. We're in a meta where the first draft pick is incredibly powerful. Zul is still OP in any organized team setting, so it basically forces the enemy team to ban it out. Zul still just a really, really strong hero, but hopefully we should be able to get into the game soon. We're in lobby right now, waiting to get started up. I hope everyone had a good weekend. All right, looks like we're getting into it. They wanted to confirm again, but here we go. Cosmos versus Team Training Wheels, game number 1 here on the Nexus Gaming Series. Cosmos getting the first pick. Excited to see which direction this goes in. Cursed Hollow is... sorry, not Cursed Hollow, excuse me. Tomb is a very wave-clear-centric map. Of course, you have to ban Zul. Joanna, very popular pick on this map as well. Certainly could expect to see that come in. Some other kind of targeted bans. Cosmos' Captain Oddity likes playing healer a lot. There's a particular healer that he likes. We're going to see the Joanna banned out first. And I don't have an ability to filter down by map, but I'd be surprised if Joanna had anything less than a 100% rate, popularity rate on this map. See right now, I mean, still sitting at a 57% win rate on this season. Just a dominant tank, especially on a wave clear centric map. Team Training Wheels now has to consider they're going to take ATC out. So I will say that heading into the season, there was a lot more hype around Mal'Ganis. Mal'Ganis seemed to be kind of the big tank everyone was picking a lot. ETC is kind of past that. I think ETC right now just very good. You're seeing the 74% popularity rate. Taking a quick look again because it was down so quick. 52% win rate. Not a great average KDA, but ETC really does that all-in engage style well. And when he lands Mosh, of course, it tends to be a game-defining moment. Jaina going to get banned out. Arguably the best mage in the game right now. Brings good wave clear to this map as well. Only a 35% popularity rate. Not a great win rate, but still a popular hero and something that we have seen Jason play quite a bit. This season, Jason moving into that assassin role. Currently 2-2 on the hero. Decent KDA, though. Over a 4 KDA. Tassadar going to get banned out as well. That does leave Zul available. Tassadar, of course, has been a very popular mage since his rework. 53% win rate, and just brings a ton of poke and a ton of burst damage at ranged. A good Tassadar can be very hard. Pair it with any CC, it can destroy your front line. We're going to see the Kael'thas first, so they bypass the Zul, instead going into a Kael'thas, trying to secure that ranged wave clear, and, you know, Kael'thas certainly can bring that, but I don't know. You can see his ban rate higher than his pick rate. It's one of those things where, especially at lower levels, you tend to see him banned out more. And there's the Zul. The Deckard's a bit of an interesting pick, but I fully expected we were going to see Zul grabbed. And you can see, I mean, Zul currently only 16% pick rate because he's banned 63% of the time. 60% win rate, just exceptionally high. And on this map especially, you know he's going to have those skeletal mages blowing up onto your backline. Greymane Garrosh going to get picked up. So they have a lot of follow-up onto a Garrosh flip. And I will say that Deckard can struggle a bit into that amount of separation. Deckard wants to get kind of some potions on the ground. He wants a long time to set up to get potion on the ground so his team can engage into them. Garrosh can really penalize that a lot. Garrosh has been a big tank. So the best tank left up really is Mal'Ganis. Garrosh currently sitting at a 42% win rate, though. Has not been overly impressive, but I like the draft that Cosmos has built around it so far. Brightwing gonna be targeted. Looks like... It looks to me like they're saying, yeah, pick Stukov. I mean, this is the hero that we know Oddity plays. I'm really surprised by that because Stukov does have Super Strain, which can punish Zul. He has Flailing Swipe, which can punish Zul. Or Massive Shove. Either or. Take your pick. And a noob gonna get banned out. That makes sense. The Zul enables a Noobrack to dive and really get a huge burst of damage onto a target. We're gonna see that taken out. There's the Mal'Ganis. We expected to see it, followed up by the Orphea. Let's just take a quick look at Mal'Ganis' stats so far this season. Currently, not as picked. I expected like near 40-50% and really only at 30 popularity. But about a 50-50 win rate. Admittedly, a newer hero, one that maybe people have less comfort on. Bit interesting of a tank to play. But the Orphea does bring some wave clear. Good follow-up burst. And it's going to be a solo Uther heals with a Yrel and Lunara instant locked there by Jason. So I don't know if they anticipated the Uther because that was an instant lock. Suggests to me they did. I gotta say, I get that the Uther can kind of work here when you have Yrel being able to add something, but Kael'thas and Greymane have no self-sustain. I'm kind of worried about that pick for the sake of Cosmos here. I can say that I think the Stukov would have been a really good pick. Frankly, I still, as a healer main who loves playing Uther, thinks he's incredibly fun, I am still not sold on these, if I'm completely honest. I just don't think it's viable right now in almost any situation. And especially until Lunara Orphea. I mean, there's enough poke damage that those two can put out that it's going to tax his mana economy, but we'll see what happens here as we get into the game. Here we go, moving into map number 1, just getting a few last things squared away here. On the left side, we'll go ahead and introduce them. It's going to be Ide on Greymane, Oddity on Uther, Silverjack on Kael'thas. Day is going to be on Yrel, and Cirrus going to be on the Garrosh. Apologies that I don't have those pretty banners. Something is buggy. Can't figure it out. On the other side, to zoom in that much. On the other side, it's going to be Team Training Wheels. We're going to have Jason on Lunara. Larson going to be on Zool. BG going to be on... see, there's a Deckard. Hard to tell that out combo. Mongoose going to be on Mal'Ganis. Giggle Schmack on Orphan. Taking a look now. Level 1 talents. As we get started, both teams starting the rotation. Cosmos a little bit ahead with that kill toss. They definitely have the better potential wave clear, and actually surprised to see Zool down in the solo lane initially. I guess I expected them to pick another solo laner and use Zool kind of as a hyper carry, but instead just gonna lane against the Yrel down here. Now, there's no real threat that Yrel's gonna die to the Zool. Realistically, Zool, on the other hand, if he stays a bit too long, could get knocked out of position, take a lot of damage. So gonna need to play that exchange a bit more careful. Deckard coming down saying, hey, hey, save these. You're gonna need these later. Zool rotating up mid at the moment. Looks like Team Training Wheels falling a little bit behind in this rotation. Sleep coming in onto Garrosh. He is gonna eat a root. Deckard did go Sapphire this game. So watch for that. Looks like we got a lag out here. So we're going to have a brief pause. Alright, so hopefully we can get back into the game soon. But... yeah, so it looks like it's Giggle Schmack who zoned out. They were a little bit robot-y during the coin flip. But looks like they're back. They're chatting now, so hopefully we'll be able to get into games. Not have to take an extended break. While we have a minute, just taking a look. Orphea going with that... extra damage onto slowed CC here is gonna pair well with the Zool and the Mal'Ganis and the Deckard. Lunara, the extra vision duration gonna be valuable. Backlash from the Zool gonna be helpful in terms of the percent damage. Shackle could be a good way to finish off Garrosh, who is rather difficult to end. As yet, so I thought that we were... Alright, no, now we're getting ready calls. I'm not sure why we had the delay. Give me a second here. Alright, looks like we're ready. Alright, so we are back into the game. And... okay, I guess Giggle Schmack is fine. I don't know. Mongoose now trying to run away. Perhaps stay too long. Gets stunned. There's the gravity lapse. He's still alive, though. 140 health. Gonna survive that for the time being. Now, Garrosh, of course, low. Does have that armor stacking to help. Level 4 ticked over. On the side of Cosmos, getting a little bit of a lead here. On the other hand, not too far behind is Team Training Wheels. But they are behind a little bit in Soak, and more importantly, in the gem count, though, it's actually fairly even. 35 to 35 right now. 5 are in the bank for the side of Cosmos. It's not a big difference. There comes Mal'Ganis with the sleep. Deckard follow. Orphea has DC'd once again. Now has rejoined once again. So we're doing the best we can to kind of keep informed of what's happening here. Just a lot of lag, unfortunately. Looks like the siege camp has been picked up bottom by the side of Cosmos as well, and that's going to start pushing in Zool quite a bit. Zool does clear it out, however. Garrosh stepping up, looking for maybe someone to flip. into the Uther stun. And this is a very pick-centered comp on the side of Cosmos. They need to get the flip into the Uther stun with the Kael'thas Greymane follow as their primary means to secure kills, and haven't been able to do it yet. And with this kind of comp, you really do want to get a lead early game to try to snowball into the late game. And we just haven't really seen that yet. Garrosh, this and Braxis are two maps with relatively short lane depth. Lane depth meaning left to right distance in the lane. And when you have that, you want to secure these early game picks. Compare this to, say, in Dragonshire, the lane depth feels pretty long. Warhead Junction, it's hilariously long except on top. Bottom is just hilariously long. Looks like we're still having some connection issues here from Orphea, who is now hearthing. Is indeed still a bot, I believe. Mongoose going in, trying to get the stalls here. We haven't gotten a pause yet. Bagelsmack has rejoined. Now keep in mind, they only have 2 pauses remaining in this game. And there we go, we get another pause. Gigglesmack just having a lot of internet issues. You know, you hate to see this. So, hopefully, we're able to get back in, get into a game soon. But yeah, haven't really seen the picks you need to see on the side of Cosmos early. And I'm very worried about how they can sustain out longer fights later in the game. I think they need the talent tier to do that. Right now, Tomb is just such a hard map to end on. It feels like the objective isn't strong enough to end, and the boss isn't strong enough to end. And so you kind of have these really long, protracted end games where, you know, you're actually, it's almost penalized for turning your gems in anytime other than when the lanes are hyper-pushed. And it's hard to turn in gems while also pushing the lane. Gigglesmack doing a reboot here. So we're going to take a brief break while that occurs. Hopefully this won't be a protracted break, but I'm not going to try to fill 5 to 10 minutes just talking. Not that good at this job. So we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Alright, hello everyone. Oh, sorry about that noise. My mic got knocked over by a certain bald someone. Anyway, looks like they're loading back into the game. So hopefully we can go soon. I apologize for the protracted delay here. As Giggle Schmack of Team Training Wheels went through a full restart cycle and just has taken a while to reconnect here. Hopefully we'll be able to go soon. I can say that this has been one of the longer breaks. So thanks for both teams around. Hopefully we can get going soon, as we are technically in excess of 10-minute timer right now. But it's Cosmos. But it says Giggle Schmack is loading into the game. That is what Jay's on. Just show you the chat right now. There's only one pause remaining, so hopefully this fixes the issue. But in either case, just want you to know we haven't gone anywhere. I apologize that we are, 30 minutes in and have barely had much gameplay. Certainly the teams apologize as well, but hopefully we'll be able to start soon. I just wanted to keep you posted. Other than that, taking a look, I guess we can just take a look at the map. Taking a look at the map right now. I mean, right now both teams have the gems to turn in. You're looking at... Alright, so unfortunately it appears that Giggle Schmack simply cannot rejoin the game. And so because of this, they're going to have to finish out this map with a bot. But it looks like, alright, it looks like they're getting ready to go now. So Orphea at this point will be a bot. So do keep that in mind. And here we go. So, at this point, bot Orphea is getting pinged. That enabled the Orphea back and the confusion. Did enable Cosmos the time to get the turn, and who now have let's be honest, a significant advantage in this game. Webweaver's coming down the lane. Looks like the focus is on the top. Trying to get onto Deckard. Deckard is going to drop, but actually a turnaround kill onto Kel'Thas. Big sellout there. Not really paying off, as when it comes to an early game objective, you're not likely to see a really long, protracted fight here. What you're more likely to see is just a quick burn and then lane switching. And, Deckard doesn't really provide much there, whereas Kel'Thas certainly does, killing the minions, getting the wave. That said, already getting some wall damage here in this mid lane. Bot lane similarly pushing in. Mal'Ganis now getting targeted out. Needs to escape as 21 gems in hand. There was a little bit of a chase there, but not going to finish. But still, this mid wall is completely gone. Cosmos getting a lot of value off this first objective, as bot wall also heavily damaged. Yrel selling out for this. Now eats a root and some tower shots. Has to back up. Tower's still standing. No, you know what? They only got one wall. That's not super valuable. But anymore, it seems like... And this is where Tomb just feels so bad right now in my mind. It feels like turning in pre-10 right now is actually a mistake in almost any circumstance. Just because you're not going to have long enough death timers or your heroics or anything to secure kills. And so, yeah, it's hard for me to say that because, Cosmos played the game so well in the early game in terms of their rotations, in terms of controlling the center. But their reward for doing that is now they have level 10s and they still need more gems for a turn-in, so they're just going to have to stall. Just a weird map. Mongoose gonna get 27, and that's 41. They only need 9 to turn. Could be either Jason or Larson to get that final turn in. Orphea bot was just out of position. But that said, Mongoose trying to go in, trying to enable some kind of turnaround. There's the Pyroblast. Probably aimed for Mal'Ganis there. Got it onto Lunara. Jason kites it back to eat the damage, but Mal'Ganis does go down. And now, unfortunately, you see kind of just what happens when you have bot Orphea. So, Cosmos about to double up their turn-in. We have not seen Jason or Larson be able to get their turn. The second turn-in here for Cosmos. We'll see what more they can get off it. Urel's starting to clear up this bot lane already. Should get the wall fairly quick. Looks like Cosmos turning their attention to the top. They want to at least get down one of these turrets. Maybe even both. Before the members of Team Training Wheels can rotate up. Down here in mid, a little bit out of position. Lunara using the Leaping Strike, trying to stay on top. Gets a lot of damage out, but Urel just plain hard to kill. Zul, though, has the time now to get a lot of damage on the bottom. Clearing up the wave to try to get some skeletons out. Now the root there, it's going to make the skeletons target Urel. So Urel having to back up just because the skeletons can do a lot of damage. But here comes a rotation, and Garrosh is mounted. Skeletal Mages has been used. Not the best flip there from Garrosh, but it still will be enough as we get the hard tower dive. But that said, all 5 members of Cosmos need to commit to that. Still, though, they managed to get top fort. Mid fort is weakened, and bot fort completely cleaned up. So that's incredibly high value for 9 minutes into the game. That trickles into a lot of passive XP. Passive XP is one of those things. I don't like how much passive XP is in the game right now. Oops. Be a little bit of a misclick there. As I can't... There we go. Bruiser camp picked up here by Cosmos. As, you take a look at the passive XP. It will start to favor Cosmos here. There is a great pickoff onto Mal'Ganis. Unable to get out, but Pyroblast looking now for Deckard. Deckard on the chase. No, he's going to drop. Pyroblast secures the kill. Double kill there now, 6-1. And gonna turn this into boss. I pull up the XP numbers just to show. Now, I mean, you're looking at almost 1,000. Now at about 800 passive XP difference. Not huge, but it adds up over the course of the game. It means certainly that if you keep that advantage, there's no way to make that up later. And so that could turn into something like getting level 20 earlier, even if it's just a little bit earlier. But we do get the boss. Recognizing they can't fight the boss, you see the members of Team Training Wheels go for the turn-in here. Pardon me. Boss will get cleaned up pretty quick, but so will the Web Weavers, which are just, frankly, not going to get any value on the map at all. And so that's 50 gems just to buy themselves time. They're going to let the top keep finish the boss and now try to defend this mid fort. Level 16 almost here for the members of Cosmos, so there's a lot of urgency to this on the side of Team Training Wheels. They need to get in. Garrosh kind of mixed up the flip a little bit. There's the taunt. It's going to scare the kill out of Mal'Ganis, but a big sleep there. Still, though, with that bot Orphea just not getting out some good targeted damage. Cirrus using the Unstoppable to avoid the root. Now going to be able to get out for the time being. Zul steps up onto Uther but gets the stun. There's a Pyroblast. Tries to secure the kill onto Jason, and it does. Jason did not... did take Abolish Magic. Did not take Greater Spell Shield, which I believe is an option still. Or at least some version of Spell Shield. I don't know if... I can't remember. It's been forever since I played Lunara, if she still has that. But Abolish Magic, that's just removing any dot effects. It's also going to reduce disabling effects for the 2 seconds after, so it's kind of like a mini pseudo unstoppable. Mal'Ganis goes in. There's the root, followed by the Eternal Feast. Eternal Feast is still going, but just not really securing any kills. Now finally goes down. Orphea does drop. Jason goes in the back line looking for Ide. There's a root onto Garrosh. Ide so low, Sleep comes out, helping to secure the kill. This might be the first chance Team Training Wheels might be able to make something happen here. Larsen is so low. There's the root onto Garrosh. It's going to spawn some skeletons. They do get the kill onto Cirrus, but on the back line, Jason separated out from the team because of Leaping Strike, unable to pull back. Now Yrel diving for this Zul. Zul does have 20 gems on hand. Deckard has 30, so they need to be careful. Tries to move on to Kael'thas. There's the root. Shield used. Cause Oddity, though, is going to drop. Now has the Ghost Heals, though, so that might enable, at the bare minimum, Kael'thas to get out. Might enable some kind of turnaround. No, Bot is actually back up. Nye is on the retreat. Silver Jackal's on the retreat. Looking for the sleep. There it is. Eternal Feast used. But I think Deckard survives that. He does. Deckard did go Ruby, so here's the thing. I've made clear in the past I'm still not a huge fan of Ruby, except I actually like it here. Ruby with Zul, Mal'Ganis, Lunara, I actually like. I don't like Sapphire with it. And the simple reason is, you can only use one at a time, and when you pick Ruby, Ruby's basically going to be up every single time W's up. And so now you have to pick which you want to do. A little bit more mental load, which is a relevant factor. But it's also just a matter of opportunity cost. You lose the value off level 1 being its spell power or being its stacking armor reduction. Since almost always you're going to be using Ruby. But 5v5 defense up in the top. The other lane's not pushed out really at all on the side of Team Training Wheels, but here comes Deckard with the sleep. Garrosh all over this backline, really targeting the AI. Ooh, there is the huge Ardent Defender from Yrel. Mal'Ganis gets blown up in the back from the root. Nye, though, is low, but has the self-healing, does survive, as well as the help of Uther. So Mal'Ganis has dropped no turnaround kills. That said, Webweaver started to push this mid-fort. This mid-fort will definitely drop. The question is what's going to happen here on bottom. Keeping in mind, Team Training Wheels has lost all 3 of their forts. That's a big passive XP differential. They've gotten 2 back, so they'll have a chance to close it, but they're still losing that passive XP race. And especially given how far they have to go until level 20, that hurts, because that is less XP that you get already down 2 levels. And after your Webweaver phase, the lanes are pushed for a bit. It's going to take a long time for them to be able to safely soak again. You can see, I mean, let's just take a look at where the lanes are. Here's bottom wave. Mid wave's actually pushed in a little bit, but they're cut off by the blue team. Top wave pushed in a little bit. They could rotate top and get it. Instead, though, trying to get the last fight before 20. There's a taunt onto Orphea, but Cirrus taking a ton of damage. Great sleep there. Cirrus is just so low and will go down. No, still alive. And Jason, who dives in, tries to get the kill, takes a huge blow up of damage. Pyroblast not even needed to secure the kill. And just without that reliable Orphea follow-up, you're just not seeing anything happen. Now Larsen just has nowhere to go. Larsen's going to go down. And this is just unfortunate because you're seeing Team Training Wheels do some really good plays, but it's just a matter of, you know, their internet connection is really going to put them down in this series. They're going to ultimately lose this game. You know, just they have a bot. It's going to be really hard for them to win. That says nothing about the players. It says everything about the AI in this game. And because of that, they're going to have to win the next 2 maps to get back into this. Barring Cosmos doing something to really throw here, which, you know, now they get the boss turn, so they're going to be able to stack those 2 up in this top lane. And it looks like that's going to be where their focus is. They have level 20. They should push top. I don't want to see them go mid. That's just too clever by half. You have so much pressure top. Further, because of how deep mid and bot are pushed in, by pressuring top, you're pulling defense away from the mid and bottom keep. And in doing so, you're actually making it more likely that you get those keeps. There is a big CC combo once again onto Mal'Ganis. And Mal'Ganis has just felt like he's had to go in alone. And as a result of that, really good CC comboing on the side of Cosmos. Forgive the camera work there. As just 2 rapid succession kills, getting down the Orphea, the Lunara, and now the Zul, and that's going to be the game. Definitely the bot costing them things, but I will say Mal'Ganis was just too aggressive in a lot of those fights. Really got CC chained to death because of just how deep they were without team follow-up. Certainly you can attribute a lot of that to being without a member of their team. I think some of it you can just attribute to a small amount of recklessness. We will see. Right now, taking a look at the stats. Uther actually out healing the Deckard. Obviously, you know, the low damage on the Orphea being just a huge factor in this game, and that's of course attributed to the fact that Orphea was indeed a bot in that game. But Mongoose having a hard time as well. 17-4 kills. Without that damage follow-up, it's hard to do. So with that, we're going to try to get set up for game number 2. Hopefully, this one, we don't have any internet issues. Hopefully everyone is able to get into this game and stay in it. But as it stands right now, we head into the break. It's going to be Cosmos up 1-0 over Team Training Wheels in this match. Yep, it is late for the first game to end. We did the best we could, but hopefully game 2 will be better. We'll be right back. Stay tuned, everyone. Thanks for watching.